At first glance, it looked like a heart attack. Daniel Whitmore, a 41-year-old high school history teacher, was found dead in his bed by his wife, Claire, on a quiet Saturday morning in suburban Connecticut. She called 911 sobbing, claiming she couldn't wake her husband and that he was cold to the touch. Paramedics arrived and pronounced him dead at the scene. There were no signs of foul play. But something felt off. Daniel was in great health, a runner who didn't smoke or drink. And the coroner? He had doubts. Claire and Daniel met during a teacher training seminar in 2008. Claire taught English at a private school. Daniel taught U.S. history. They clicked instantly. Married in 2010. By 2015, they had a son, a nice home, and 2 dogs. To neighbors and co-workers, they were the perfect couple. Always polite, helpful, and very much in love, or so it seemed. But love, as it turns out, was only surface deep. In 2020, things changed. Daniel became withdrawn, often quiet at work. His friends said he looked tired, anxious. When asked, he brushed it off. Just stress. Claire's been distant lately. Claire had changed too. She spent more time at the gym, started staying late at work, and became obsessed with her phone, always texting, always smiling at messages she wouldn't show him. By mid-2021, Daniel confided in his best friend that he suspected Claire was cheating. "I think there's someone else," he said. "She's not the same. And I feel like I'm not safe." Claire wasn't just cheating, she was in deep. The man was Eli Warren, a 32-year-old personal trainer she met at her gym. Young, muscular, intense. Eli had a reputation, married women, fast cars, and no boundaries. The affair started casually but escalated into frequent overnight meetups at motels and even their home when Daniel was out. Eli became possessive, pushing Claire to leave her husband. But Claire had other plans that didn't involve a messy divorce or losing custody. She started researching something else: poisons. In September 2021, Claire ordered colchicine, a powerful toxin derived from a flower. It mimics the symptoms of a heart attack and is extremely difficult to detect unless specifically tested for. She crushed small doses into Daniel's evening tea over the course of 2 weeks, slowly weakening his body and making it harder to trace. On October 3, she gave him a lethal dose. That night, he collapsed in bed. She waited 5 hours before calling 911. The coroner, Dr. Elaine Mayer, had done over 300 autopsies. Something about Daniel's death felt inconsistent. His organs showed signs of failure, but his heart was strong. Out of caution, she ordered a toxicology panel, not standard in clear cases of cardiac arrest, but something told her this wasn't natural. While awaiting the results, she quietly flagged the death as pending investigation. Detectives began interviewing people in Daniel's life. His best friend revealed the suspicion of an affair. Co-workers said he looked fearful and paranoid. One even recalled him saying, "If anything happens to me, check her phone." Claire had moved on suspiciously fast. Within 2 weeks, she was spotted at restaurants with Eli, laughing, holding hands. Police pulled surveillance, traced phone records, and subpoenaed her text messages. What they found painted a chilling picture. Eli, "When will it be done?" Claire, "Soon. It has to look natural. No loose ends." Eli, "I can't wait for you to be free." Claire, "Just a few more days." The toxicology report came back: colchicine poisoning. Fatal levels. It was no accident, no genetic fluke. It was murder. Claire was arrested at home on November 12, 2021, while baking cookies with her son. She initially denied everything, crying, screaming, and pleading for a lawyer. Eli was arrested 2 hours later in his apartment. He cracked during questioning and confessed, detailing the affair, the poisoning plan, and Claire's motivations. Claire's trial began in March 2022. The media dubbed her the Poison Widow. The courtroom was packed every day. Prosecutors laid out a timeline. Her affair with Eli began in early 2021. She bought colchicine from an unregulated online pharmacy in September. Internet history showed searches like undetectable poisons, how to mimic a heart attack, colchicine death symptoms. Claire's defense painted her as manipulated by Eli, a grieving woman who made a horrible mistake under the influence of a toxic lover. But jurors weren't buying it. Her messages showed clear intent, premeditation, and even enjoyment in the planning stages. After 5 days of deliberation, Claire was found guilty of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder. Eli was convicted of second-degree murder and received a 35-year sentence after a plea deal. Claire? She got life without parole. Daniel's family was granted custody of their son. In a final statement, Daniel's sister said, "My brother died not from poison but from betrayal. The person he loved most slowly ended his life, one cup of tea at a time." In prison, Claire lives in isolation. Once a respected teacher and mother, she is now known only as inmate number 49247. Her story is a cautionary tale of how love, when twisted with lust and greed, can turn deadly. There were no tears when the final sentence was read, only a silence that echoed louder than any scream.